Hello Tamertonians, my name is Harry, a former resident of Tamerton Foliot. I made an aerial video of Tamerton about 8 or 9 years ago. I've got some new equipment and a little bit more time on my hands, so I thought I'll make another one. So this is my aerial video around the streets, the roads, a few of the places of interest in Tamerton Foliot. I'm starting on the junction of Harwood Avenue and Whitson Cross Lane because I'm halfway up the village that way. And the reason really Whitson Cross Lane is, well, me Aunt Dora and Uncle Bill, me Aunt Flo and me Aunt Alice used to live in Whitson Cross Lane along with many friends that I had at school. Yes indeed, many people I knew lived on Whitson Cross. And I do remember, I think they were council houses, but my Aunt Alice had a beautiful big garden, and it was her that got me interested in cooking, and I became a chef for 37 years. So there we've got Ashley Close on the left, and Henley Drive leading to Downham Gardens, and Gresham Close on the right. And there is Harwood Avenue on its way down to re-meet Whitson Cross Lane. As we now travel down past Whitson Cross on our way to 4 Street, which is where in my day a mace shop used to be with Mr. Bacon in charge, and we called him, as children, we called him Rasher of Bacon. And a little bit further down, Mr. and Mrs. Mills ran the post office, and there was Jill's sweet shop, I think I called it. And here we have the King's Arms corner at the very bottom of the village. Just now panning round to St Mary's Church. So a little tatty bye to Whitson Cross Lane there as we slide over to Mary Dean Avenue. And I have a claim to fame to Mary Dean Avenue. I was one of the school children that named it. I was the first year students, pupils who went to the new school building. We as kids couldn't understand it. They kept saying it's not a new school, it's a new school building, and there it is. It looks very small from there, but I mean small when you're 11. Not at all, it was absolutely massive. So there is the church, St Mary's Church, Tamerton Foliot. And of course you've got to have a pub if there's a church. So there's the Queen's Arms. Never went in there ever before, never ever did I go in there, apart from most nights. And then we've got the Island House. To the left of the Island House there were some seats that all us youngsters used to congregate on and sit on of an evening, and well, we used to call it the seats. Absolutely. Didn't go down Station Road today. Maybe that's a video for another day. We're back on 4 Street now, looking straight at the post office. On the right hand side there, a little further up was the mace shop, which I see is now a mortgage broker. Mortgage broker in Tamar and Foliot. The houses in Tamar and Foliot are very different to what they used to be, I'll have to say. Different indeed. But I'm going back to 1970, not 2025. So what have we got here then? Well, we've got a little bit of the King's Arms, sliding over now to, another 2 pubs in Tamerton, the Queen's Arms and the 7 Stars, all within walking distance of each other. Well, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? You can't just go in one. Sliding along now, 7 Stars Lane. I'm told it's the most oldest road in Tamerton Foliot. Not sure if that's true. You can tell me, maybe. And there we go again, having a little look at the church. Oh, there's a lot of the church to come, ladies and gents. If you like St Mary's Church, there's a lot of church to come. And then there's a little tiny bit of my house I was born in, actually born in the house, December 1964. December the 30th to be precise. And here we go. St Mary's Church. Have a little flyover, like you do if you have a drone. The drone footage is amazing what you can see on a drone. And this drone incidentally cost me £210. I got it on a Black Friday deal just before Christmas last year. It's a DJI Mini 4K. They're now about £260. And there you go, there's the graveyard. Mother and father are in the graveyard, and so many of my aunties, uncles. I couldn't even begin to start to go through them all. I do visit the graveyard fairly regular to pay me respects to mother and father, and all else that have gone before, of course. As you can see from the flag, guys, it was a very windy day, and look at the footage from the drone, it's pretty stable. I remember Reverend Christopher Goodwins took us up right to the top, and I was a bit petrified. I don't mind telling you, we were there, exactly there, and it was high. We were, as I said, 11, 12 at the time. The reason he took us up, he wanted Rupert to go up, which was his son. Rupert wouldn't go on his own, so he says, come on, let's go up to the top of the church. So we all did, and it was high. The church, of course, was the focal point of the village in the 1970s and 80s, and well, it still is, I'm certain of that. Just in the distance there you see my old school building. Now, I'm very forgetful, I didn't get any good shots of that, but that was the old school building. And also, guys, I didn't get any reference to Piggy Alley Lane. Who remembers Piggy Alley Lane? Yeah, I was practically stood next to it, and I didn't think about getting a bit of video of Piggy Alley Lane. So here we are now, we're back up to, the house I was born in, basically. And there it is, that's Can Cottages. And then slightly to the left, in between, there's a few new buildings, but to the left of Can Cottage was North Can Cottage. To the right was Joe Haverley's farm. We better tip a wink there to Star Garage, I suppose. Many people still use Star Garage. My brother uses Star Garage for all his mechanical requirements. And we're off now to the fields all around the area, and flying over now Can House, ladies and gents. That was the Cheshire Home, founded by the Leonard Cheshire Foundation, who I believe was an RAF pilot that lost his legs. Apologies if I'm wrong. And they started a charity in the wartime years, and living in that home when I was a child was all literally RAF folk who'd lost legs, maybe arms. You just were disabled through their job. It's also where mother met father. Father was a gardener and mother was the cook in Can House. Absolutely. I remember going to the bingo there with Nanny, who lived next door to us in number 2. It was I think it was a Tuesday night, It was a bit of fun. I think if you won the star prize, it was about 20p. Now look at those fields there. Now those fields, guys, was our playground when we were kids. We had the run of them. We could play in all those fields. No one bothered us. In fact, Father had a great relationship with Joe Haverley. The last of his crops was always ours. Well, we're coming to the end of the video now, so I hope you've enjoyed it and stuck with me. And it's been a great video for me to make. I'll finish with a quick show of the church. And so all I've got to say now is tatty bye to all you lovely Tamertonians and anyone else who's watched the video from afar. If you've enjoyed it, do leave me a little message and tell me your thoughts. Have a great rest of the day.